Most advice about replacing your HVAC system is built around the assumption that the best system is simply the highest efficiency system that you can afford. And in Houston, that advice can cost you thousands while still leaving your home uncomfortable. Because in fact, the best HVAC system for a Houston home is not always the most expensive one. It's the system that handles humidity correctly, fits your lifestyle, and makes financial sense over the full time that you plan to be in your home. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through why Houston changes the HVAC equation completely and why oversized systems can actually create comfort problems, the pros and cons of variable speed systems, and an alternative approach almost nobody talks about. Hi, I'm Dr. Toya. I'm an OBGYN turned HVAC company owner along with my husband and 10-year Air Force veteran, Ade Sampson. We run the General Heating and Air. And every week I break down questions that you actually are searching for so that you can make confident decisions in your home. So let's get into it. What is the best HVAC system for your home? Now, most of the country primarily deals with heat. In Houston, we deal with heat and humidity at the same time. And that distinction matters a lot because your air conditioning system has two jobs, cooling the air and removing the moisture. That second job is where many systems fail in Houston. You can have a house that is sitting at 72 degrees, but it still feels sticky, clammy, muggy, and uncomfortable because the humidity is too high. And if you've experienced that before, there's a good chance that your system wasn't managing the moisture properly. Houston systems also run much harder than systems in any other part of the country. From roughly April through October, HVAC systems are under near constant demand, which means there's more wear and tear on the system. That means more repair costs, and the system design matters more here. That's why generic advice to get the most efficient or the biggest system falls short. One of the biggest mistakes you can make when replacing an HVAC system is assuming that bigger equals better. In fact, oversized systems are one of the most common causes of humidity problems in Houston homes. Here's why. An oversized system cools the home too quickly. It hits the thermostat temperature fast because it's so powerful, and then shuts off before it has had enough time to remove the moisture from the air, which is the second job of the HVAC system. And that's called short cycling. And short cycling creates three major problems. First, you have poor humidity removal. Second, higher energy bills because you keep lowering the temperature to try to compensate for the humidity. And third, there's more mechanical wear from the constant starting and stopping. A lot of homeowners may think that, oh, I have an old AC problem, when you actually have a sizing problem. And that's why proper load calculations matter so much. A quality HVAC company should be performing what is called a manual J load calculation, which sizes the system specifically for your home, not just the square footage or previous measurements. And that calculation includes the insulation in your home, the windows, the ceiling height, orientation of the home and windows, ductwork, and local climate conditions. And interestingly enough, a properly sized system is often smaller than what you may expect, especially in this area of Cypress and Katy. Now let's talk about variable speed systems. These systems are honestly very impressive. Instead of running fully on or off, they continuously adjust how hard they are working based on the home's needs. That creates several real benefits. Number one, excellent humidity control. Because the system runs longer at lower speeds, it removes much more moisture from the air. And that's exactly what we need here in Houston. You also get quieter operation, smaller temperature swings, and lower energy usage under the right conditions. For homeowners planning to stay in their house long term, a well-installed variable speed system can absolutely be worth it. But here's the part that you may not hear much about. These systems are also much more complex electronically, and once you're outside the warranty period, repair costs can become significant. We're talking about proprietary circuit boards, specialized components, manufacturer-specific parts, and sometimes repair bills in the thousands. So the question isn't, are variable speed systems good? They definitely are. The real question is, how comfortable are you with long-term repair uncertainty in exchange for better comfort and efficiency? And if you do install a variable speed system in Texas, a whole home surge protector is definitely something you should consider because Houston area power conditions are rough on sensitive electronics. Between lightning strikes, outages, grid instability, and power restoration surges, the electronics inside modern HVAC systems are vulnerable. A conventional system may shrug off a power fluctuation, a variable speed system, not so much. A single surge event can potentially destroy expensive control boards. So if you're making a major investment in a high-end HVAC equipment, protecting it with whole home surge protection definitely matters. Now here's the option that almost nobody discusses. Instead of asking one complex machine to do everything, sometimes you can separate the jobs. Meaning, a properly sized two-stage HVAC system handles the temperature and a dedicated whole home dehumidifier handles moisture independently. So let's get some definitions down real quick. The variable speed system is the one that adjusts to what the home needs. The power goes up and down gradually to adjust for the temperature and the humidity. A single stage system is either on or it's off. It runs at full blast every time it kicks on, cools the house down, then shuts off. It's simple and reliable, but it can make your home feel a little bit uneven. Too cold right after it runs, then warming back up before it kicks on again. A two-stage system has two speeds, high and low. Most of the time it runs on low, which is slower and steadier. It only kicks into high gear when it really needs to, like on the hottest days. Because it runs longer at that lower speed, it does a better job of controlling humidity and keeping the temperature consistent throughout your home. The simplest way to think about it is the single stage is a light switch, the two-stage is a dimmer. So now getting back to using the two-stage HVAC system plus the whole home dehumidifier. This approach has some real advantages in Houston because humidity doesn't just disappear because the temperature outside is mild. On cooler days, your AC may barely run, but the indoor humidity can still climb quickly. A standalone dehumidifier addresses that directly. And for many homeowners, this setup creates more financial predictability as well because conventional systems are simpler, easier to repair, and use more widely available parts. Almost any licensed HVAC technician can work on them, whereas some variable speed repairs require specialized manufacturer support. This isn't the right answer for everybody, but it's an option you should consider and understand before making a decision. So how do you decide? Here is a good framework. If you are a long-term homeowner who prioritizes comfort above everything else, a premium variable speed system absolutely makes sense, especially if you plan to stay in your home for 10 plus years and you're financially comfortable handling future repair surprises if they happen. But if you prioritize predictable ownership costs, a well-sized two-stage system combined with a whole home dehumidifier may actually fit you better. You may sacrifice some efficiency upside but gain more repair transparency over time. And if you own an older home, you may need to evaluate the house before replacing the equipment. Sometimes leaky ductwork, insulation issues, air leakage may be contributing more to discomfort than the actual HVAC equipment itself. And that's an important distinction. Now let's talk about something that may surprise you. The brand of the HVAC equipment matters far less than the installation quality. Most HVAC brands share suppliers. They share components, manufacturing infrastructure, so the system itself matters, but the quality of your installation matters more. A premium system installed poorly will underperform for years. A properly installed mid-tier system will often outperform an expensive one that is installed incorrectly. That means you have proper sizing, airflow testing, duct evaluation, refrigerant charge or level verification, and installation craftsmanship, and they matter more across the board. At the end of the day, you're not choosing between a good HVAC system and a bad HVAC system. You're deciding between trade-offs. If you're wondering what the best HVAC system for your home is, ask yourself these questions first. How long will you stay in the home? How important is humidity control? What's your tolerance for repair uncertainty? What condition is your home actually in? And what ownership experience do you want long term? Answer those and you'll come to the best conclusion for your home and your family. And if you're in Cypress, Katy, or the surrounding neighborhoods and you're trying to figure out what is the best HVAC system for my home, the next step shouldn't be looking for the best brand. It should be to get an accurate evaluation of what your home actually needs. And if you'd like help with that, We offer complimentary system replacement consultations where we evaluate the sizing, airflow, humidity concerns, and realistic replacement options for your specific home. You can schedule that at thegeneralhvac.com or call the number in the description below. And if this video helped you understand your HVAC system and your home in Houston a little bit more clearly, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.